Good morning, children. So today in this class we will continue with the same topic, that is changing of the earth. So last class we have discussed about what is volcano is. What is volcano? Sudden forces we have been discussing. That is what examples: volcano, earthquake, landslides, and avalanches. Now let us see about volcano is. What is volcano? Volcano can be defined. Volcano is a opening of the earth's surface. Opening of the earth's surface can be termed as volcano, right? And here they may ask you draw a neat diagram of volcano. Draw a neat diagram of volcano. So while drawing, children, we should neatly draw the diagram and you have to label it. That is very important. Label the diagram. Clear? Let us see.
Let us now move on to the exogenic forces. The forces which work on the surface of the earth are called exogenic forces. The surface of the earth is continuously changing by two processes. One, weathering, and two, erosion. We shall know about these processes separately in the following slides.
What is exogenic forces? So here, exogenic forces means the forces which works on the earth's surface are called exogenic forces. Exogenic, E-X-O-G-E-N-I-C, exogenic forces. The earth's surface is continuously changing by two processes. You see, the surface of the earth, it is continuously changing by two processes. What is one is weathering and second is erosion. What are these two? Weathering and erosion. These are the depositional features. Weathering and erosion are the depositional features. Right? Let us see. Let us define what is weathering and what is erosion. Right? So the earth's surface is continuously changing by two processes. The earth's surface is continuously changing by two processes. Number one is weathering and second is erosion.
Weathering, breakdown and alteration of rocks and minerals at or near the surface of the earth is known as weathering. Converted into products that are more in equilibrium with the conditions found in this environment.
So what is meant by weathering? Weathering is nothing but as breaking down or break down and alternate of rocks and minerals at near the earth's surface or earth's surface. Breaking down and alternating of rocks and minerals at or near the earth's surface can be called as weathering. Those materials converted into products that are more in equilibrium with the conditions found in this environment. Now you can see here how the rocks are breaking due to weathering. So weathering is nothing but as breakdown or breaking down and alternate of rocks and minerals at near the earth's surface can be called as weathering. Due to what factors? Due to high temperature, due to heavy rainfall, due to running water, due to wind. So these are the agents of radiation.
Climate, chemical actions, and vegetations are some of the reasons behind weathering.
Yeah, like another factor is not only that here climate, some chemical actions and vegetables are some of the reasons behind the weathering is. Correct, exactly. Climate means nothing but as that is weathering. Temperature, due to high temperatures, even rocks breaks into smaller particles. But it is a very slow process. It takes millions of years to form 1 centimeters of sand particles. It is a very, very slow process. So climate is one of the factor. And another factor is some of the chemical factors and even vegetation.
Erosion. Influences behind erosion are either gravity, a natural agent such as water, wind, and even ice and glaciers.
What is erosion? Influence behind erosion are either gravity or natural agents. So due to these factors like water, wind, ice and glaciers, due to these factors it brings the various particles and deposits it in the different regions, the different areas. That is what is called as erosion. Erosion takes place due to rainfall, due to running water, due to wind, even due to ice and even glaciers.
Transportation and deposition of weather materials is a continuous process.
You see here is transportation and deposition of weather materials is continuous processes. That is what is erosion. When rainwater comes, when the water flows at a very high speed, so water carries all the particles. Due to speed of water, water collects some of the particles and brings towards the downwards and deposits it. That is what is called as erosion. So erosion takes place not only due to water and due to ice, due to glaciers, due to running water, due to rainfall, right? Due to wind. Wind also. Whenever the wind goes into different directions, due to velocity, high velocity, the wind collects various particles and deposits it in the different shapes and sizes in the barren lands. That normally you can find sand dunes in the deserts, right? So wind also one of the major factor for erosion.
We will now study about the erosion and depositional works of the river, sea waves, glaciers, and wind in detail.
When you take this erosion and depositional waves, there are many factors. Erosion and deposition not only due to rainfall, water, sea waves, glaciers. If you take best example is river, erosion and depositional, the main factors river is work of a river, work of sea waves, work of glaciers, work of a wind. Yes, these are all the agents of radiation. These are all the finest examples of agents of radiation. Work of a river, yes. Let us see how it works. How river works.
The work of a river, running water in rivers erode the landscape.
See, when the river works, when the water flows from higher level, always water flows from higher level to lower level. So, due to force of high speed, running water in the rivers erode the landscape. Erode means breaks. It breaks the landscape, breaks the land. Right? So therefore they will land get diverted into different this thing.
Course of a river. Nearly all the rivers have an upper, middle, and lower course. Upper course. The main characteristics of upper course are as follows. Usually begins in the hills. The river is smaller and usually has a rapid, tumbling flow that cuts a narrow channel through rocky hills or mountains. May roll along large boulders in its swift current.
Course of a river is normally nearly all the rivers have river works in three stages. Number one is upper course, middle course, and lower course. If you see the upper course, usually begins in the hills. Upper course always starts from the top of the hills, mountains, higher places. The river is smaller and usually has a may roll along the large boulder scales shift terrain. So when it flows, so water carries the various particles and deposits.
Middle course. When the river descends to the lower levels, it runs more slowly over the gently sloping land in its middle course. Its current no longer has the force to carry stones or gravel. These materials are dropped on the riverbed, where it forms bars of sand or gravel or builds islands. Lower course. As the river flows downstream, it reaches the still gentler slope in its lower course, drops more of its loads than it did upstream, and begins to build up its bed instead of tearing it down. The valley is then eroded into a wide lake. The river swings in big S-shaped curves, forming loops called meanders. Let us have a look at the animation on Waterfall, which is usually formed in the upper course of the river.
So here meanders will form in the lower course. Right? Meanders will form in the lower course.
Waterfalls are usually found in the upper course of a river, in the hills or mountains. Waterfalls are formed when a hard layer of rocks cover a soft layer of rocks. Water flows over hard rock, and when it reaches the soft rock, the water starts to erode or weather away the soft rock. Over thousands of years, the soft rock is eroded, and the river begins to cut down vertically into the rock. This makes a cliff over which the water can travel. Over the period of time, the cliff becomes steeper and deeper, and the waterfall is formed. At the bottom of the waterfall, a plunge pool is created. Some of the water splashes onto the cliff and makes a large hollow plunge pool by a process called undercutting.
See how nice it is. Because when water flows very fast and it flows, the soft rocks, whatever is there, that will be broken or broken into smaller particles, and slowly the water goes deeper into deeper and it enlarges. Right? So complete soft rock has basically broken. All the pebbles will be deposited in the bottom of the river.
Waterfalls are usually found in the upper course of a river, in the hills or mountains.
Some famous waterfalls around the world are Angel Falls, Niagara Falls, and Victoria Falls.
These are the important waterfalls: Angel Falls, Niagara Falls, and Victoria Falls. One of the best examples.
Floodplain. Layers of fine soil and other sediments are deposited along the riverbanks because of flooding. This leads to the formation of floodplains. Floodplains are very fertile. For example, the Indo-Gangetic floodplain.
Yes, children, just now we have seen about the slides about exogenic forces we are discussing. The forces which takes place on the surface. Exogenic forces. On exogenous forces, especially depositions, erosion and deposition. What is erosion we have seen, how erosion takes place. And deposition factors. Deposition factors means, for example, climate, temperature, rainfall, running water. These are all the responsible for depositing the materials. Now, just now this slide shows a work of a river. Erosion and deposition forces, rivers, seas, glaciers are the responsible for deposition. Just now we have seen the river. How river works? River works in three stages. That is upper course, middle course, and lower course. Just now you have witnessed, no? Right. Clear? So we'll continue the same thing, work of a river, next class. Right? Thank you.